What's up, everyone? Welcome into a football Sunday. This is Great North Sports Fantasy Game Time Decisions. You may notice that the gentleman beside me is not Dubs. You may also notice I am beardless. It's a little shocking, I know. It is November, which means I am doing my charity fundraiser, raising awareness and funds for men's health and mental health. So if you want to donate, shoot me a message. I'll send you the link. But I am joined by none other than notorious glue guy himself, Jonathan Welch, uh, famously of plays around on Foursquare Sports. You can see him regularly in the chat on the Sportsocracy. One time made me breakfast. It's pretty great. It was a good
True.
breakfast. It was a
True.
good breakfast.
Those are all true things, and I'm a decent cook.
Very
Next
good.
next year I'm doing tacos. I'm thinking about bringing a crock pot, making crock pot tacos.
Yeah, that's we're in all the way in. Don't forget, if you want to get your questions in, let's do it. Get them into the chat. I see Hoffman and Danny in there. Appreciate you both. Dubs is en route to Gillette. He did mention in Discord that he may want to jump on. So if he decides he wants to jump on, we can always fit him in. But right now, we've got Mr. Welch with me to answer all of your fantasy football questions for the day. Any is there one thing that stands out to you about today, specifically looking at this slate of games? Because I saw two things that were immediately alarming to me, that are like no goes for my fantasy football life.
Why don't you start?
My very first one is I think that everybody is going to fall in love with Kansas City Buffalo, and I understand why, because every time it is pretty classic. I just don't know if that's the game that I want the most pieces of.
No, it's not. Um, the one thing I said last night in one of my game predictions for this was the one thing that the Bills can't defend is the run, and the one thing the Chiefs can't do is run. And they're without Pacheco, so I don't want anything to do with the run game from the Chiefs, especially.
Yeah, and I mean James Cook is fine. I think everybody's going to be really heavy on him after an unbelievable week. I mean, frankly, a deserved week last week. He had an incredible game. One of the few that I was correct on last week was James Cook having the day, but I don't see that being as standoutish as everybody else does. Everybody's looking at it. It is one of the highest totals of the week. Um, the other one that I have off the top of my head was the Bengals and Bears game. Maybe a Caleb Williams coming out party, and not the way that you're thinking, not the painted fingernails way, but the is this a statement
Well,
game?
yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see because I like the Bears here, especially after watching the Bengals give up a 14-point lead to the Jets last week.
I think that we'll dive into that in a little bit here. We got a couple of questions in the chat already. Danny starting off with Henderson, Worthy, B. Smith, Woody Marks. Choose two. I like Worthy. I still don't know if I can trust Woody Marks, to be honest with you. So I guess Henderson. I guess Henderson.
Yeah, yeah, that would be my two.
Pitwinkle with Kayshawn Booty, Kareem Hunt, or Rico in the flex this week. Booty's been getting a little bit more consistent. The Booty is consistent. We love consistent Booty. Um, you just mentioned you don't trust the run game of the Chiefs. How do you feel about Rico this week?
So, didn't they uncuff him? Uh, I was reading that he's gonna get a lot more totes this weekend. I like Rico.
I think Rico's the answer here.
Yeah.
Until Booty is going to be a boomer bust, I think. And I don't mean that in like he'll get 40 point or 4 points for you no matter what. I think a 4 point floor is normal. But unless he finds the end zone or he gets a big target share, I don't think it's going to be that way. They seem to be spreading the ball around. Um, Everybody else is kind of in and out of that lineup. And Patriots notoriously bad for fantasy football, even with Drake May. Although Drake May's been good. Drake May's been good at quarterback for fantasy. So, Jacob, need 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, and 1 flex. Josh Jacobs, Rico Dowdle, Nico Collins, Cortland Sutton, Marvin Harrison, Troy Franklin, Travion Henderson. Let's start with the running backs. Jacobs, Dowdle, and Collins. I think we just gave you, Henderson. I think Jacobs and Dowdle are your 2 here. You feeling that over, or do you have a lean on Travion Henderson today?
No, I think those are the 2. I think Jacobs is going to eat against the Panthers. And then Dowdle is the clear one
Yeah,
for. So I think if you're trying, if I don't know if he's going to get in the end zone, but he's gonna run.
he's going to run. Your 2 wide receivers, Nico Collins, Cortland Sutton, Harrison Jr., Troy Franklin. Is there anyone that you immediately rule out? Troy Franklin feels like the guy that's gonna shit in your punch bowl, proverbially. He was the guy that everybody was off last week. Everybody was on Mims. Is Troy Franklin the guy, or are we like, is Harrison? Because I like Sutton. I like Sutton a lot. I think he'll get his catches. He may not get in the end zone, but he'll get his catches.
Well,
Nico,
I like Franklin a little bit more. Mims is out today.
well, that certainly helps. I don't have inactives up. And not that it's inactives, but we will get inactives to you here. They should be fully loaded in about 29-ish minutes.
And without Sertan, I really like Collins today.
So you're going Franklin and Collins, and then
That's what I would do.
you've got Travion, Marvin Harrison, and Cortland Sutton for your flex. Is there any one of those 3 that you like better? Because I'm not sure that I have a lean either. I like Sutton. I think that's going
I
to be a good
like
game.
I like I like Harrison just because it's the Cow Kids.
That is a definitive lean. The strategy of the year has been play whoever the Cowboys are playing.
Yeah.
So go ahead with Harrison there. So we went Jacobs and Dowdle, Troy Franklin and Nico with Marvin Harrison in your flex. Jacob, appreciate you dropping in. Thanks for the question. Hoffman says Jacobs for sure. Pretty sure he agrees with Dowdle as well. Danny has 2 lineups, the Reach lineup and a Smash DFS. MVT, Stephen Tao in the chat. Appreciate you jumping in. T. Higgins, Cortland Sutton, Rome, Jennings, Jordan Addison, pick 2. And would you flex any of them over Laporta? So T, Cortland, Rome. I like Rome today a lot.
I do too. I
Jennings.
put Rome in a lineup.
Yeah. Jennings, Addison. I don't know how I feel about
Addison.
You like Addison?
I think he's gonna get lost.
Is that going to be a high scoring game? That Vikings Lions game?
I think it'll be higher than Bills Chiefs.
That could be the answer there. I don't know if I would flex any of them over Laporta. I feel like Laporta's. I know he hasn't been great. Um, I don't love the idea of putting in Sutton or Juwan. I wouldn't put Jennings in. Jennings is out for me. Sutton is a maybe. I do think he has some play. I think Sutton has play today. Not a ton, but he has some play. So I would probably leave. I would probably be Rome, Addison, and then I would leave the rest. I don't know what T. Higgins is going to be today. I don't know. He could be something that, but I'm on the other side of that game. I'm on the Bear side of that game. Hoffman says he likes
The
Addison
Bears,
today. So
Bears are interesting because they're the number one defense in turnovers, but I don't see them having anybody that can defend both Chase and Chig.
It's a lot. It's a lot. I
I
don't know
think I
if
think I think think this might be a Higgins game.
are you putting Higgins over Addison or Rome?
No,
Yeah.
no, he would be my flex.
So you'd hit flex Higgins over Laporta then. I don't hate
Yes.
that. I don't hate that. So Higgins over Laporta, Tau. Trey McBride is a starting tight end, so good problem to have. Yes, a
Yeah.
very good problem to have. The reach lineup for Danny Finn's fan. This is his nobody's going to touch it. Jackson Dart, Woody Marks, Travion Henderson, Puka, Reishi Rice, Roma Dunze, Johnson, Monagai, and the Pats D. That is definitely a reach because you don't know what the Patriots D is going to be. I have no idea. Could be anything. Given the way it's
Is
going.
Bijan going to show up today or not? That's the
Well,
question for that team.
I'll tell you this: whether he does show up or not is irrelevant. That Patriots defense is great against the run. They're gonna have to be beat by Penix. I don't know if I like that. And
Nobody
that's
likes getting beat by Penix.
no one wants to get there. No one wants to get beat by a Penix. No one. No one does at all. His smash lineup is Josh Allen, Travion Henderson, Kareem Hunt, Puka Jefferson, St. Brown, Knox, and Juju. Juju's interesting. I don't hate that. Oh, and the Packers D. And Hoffman says he has two lineups that could either smack a millionaire or finish dead last. That's how you know you're doing it right. If you're not first, you're last. Take your shots. All right, let's get into some games. Keep the questions coming, everyone. Broncos Texans. Touched a little bit about this. Where are you at on Broncos Texans? The over is set at 40.5. Houston's a 2.5 point favorite.
This was tough for me because the image that I have with the Texans changed after they dominated the 49ers, held the ball on offense for 10 minutes in the first quarter and never looked back. But even with Mims out and Pat Surtain out, I'm gonna have to believe in Denver till I don't.
I think that Denver is. I believe more in Denver than I do anything that Houston's done. And I find it really hard to get behind a Texans team that has not shown me a lot of anything outside of 1 week. That's the bottom line. Frankly, it's just that's it for me. I don't know how else you could do it, to be honest with you. So
Well,
I
I've said
am
it 5 times that the Texans beat the 49ers with Braxton Berrios, and that's embarrassing. I don't think they're going to do that to the Broncos.
no Broncos are a far better team. Next on the 1 o'clock slate, the Giants and the 49ers, who have been absolutely decimated by injury. Somehow, I'm going to need someone to take a minute to explain this to me. You're going to have to explain it. The Niners are 2.5 point favorites, and the total is at 48.5.
How did the
Pardon?
Giants get that half to make it 48? I don't see the Giants scoring more than 20.
I don't see the Niners scoring more than 21.
Yeah, so
It's
I really
CMC,
like
but
the under. Yeah.
yeah,
It I think it's a CMC game, but I think he catches a lot of passes too because that secondary is going to have to come up to try and defend him, and that's going to leave Kittle and another wide receiver open. So
it's going to be an interesting game. I don't think that is that. I don't understand that line. That line doesn't make a lot of sense. It feels like crimes.
it
Uh,
is. It is crimes.
Hoffman has Stafford, Monagai, Vidal, Puka, Reishi Rice, DK, Tucker Craft, Travis Kelsey, and the Falcons defense for one of his lines. Danny also wants to know why Kittle and Kelsey are sub 5,000. Sounds like a good double play. It's a trap. One of the two will not go off. One of the two. I don't mind. I don't know which one. I couldn't tell you which one. One of the two will not. All right. Colts Steelers. This is an interesting one because this is another high scoring line. They've got the line set at 52.5 with Indiana Jones and his Colts as 3.5-point favorites.
Good note. Side note. This is the highest paid defense in the league with the Steelers, and they haven't done a whole lot with it.
No, they haven't. They are, how do I put this? Cheeks. They're cheeks. The Steelers defense ranks, God, where do they rank? Are they like dead last? They're not good. They're not good.
They're not that bad, are they?
No, they're not dead last. But they're awful. They've allowed, passing yards allowed 360, 328, 183, 302, 250, 278, 212. That's going backwards. It's been getting worse.
I put Warren in a stack.
I love Tyler Warren today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Tyler Warren today. Are the Colts Colts are going to get a lot of play because they've been really good, right? Like they've been great. Are they so great that they're going to is this run just going to continue to go? The Steelers aren't really showing a lot of anything. Tomlin has to win some for his 9-8 finish.
The Steelers, as the kids say, are 6-7.
Yeah, they're not great. They are not. I don't know. I don't see how you. I don't see how you do it. I just don't have faith in the Steelers at all, and I do have faith in, as crazy as it is, the Indianapolis Colts. And I don't see how you get away from that at all. You feeling the 52.5? Are you on the over on this, or are you on the under?
Under.
52.5 is a lot. That's a lot of points.
Yep. That's too many.
That is tied for the highest total of the week. The Colts have 52.5, and the Chiefs Bills are also set at 52.5. You will get there. Green Bay's got the Panthers, and what is a chalky day for some. Is Green Bay Green Bay's the hammer here, right? Like Panthers haven't been good.
I think they win. I think they win handily. I think they cover. What I don't see Bryce Young coming back and doing much of anything other than Teteroa McMillan. So I think Josh Jacobs could score twice in this game against that defense.
I like Josh Jacobs a lot today. He's one of my running back hammers. I don't have a lot of running back hammers today. I don't have a lot of guys where I'm like I need him at all. Like there are a few. Jacobs is one. Jacobs is a hammer for me. I also am a big fan of Caleb today, but I don't know if he's a hammer. I don't know if he's a hammer. I may sprinkle him in. We've got a couple more games on the 1 o'clock left. The Vikings and Lions. This is a game that I think is going to be undervalued. And it's going to be an undervalued game. The line is set at 9.5 points for the Lions, and the total is 47.5. Oh, it's Dubs. Welcome in, Dubs. Dubs in the chat. Where's your lean on this Lions team?
So my lean is I like the over, but I don't like that 9-point spread at all. I think because it's a division game, it's a lot closer.
And there was a couple of players that you had pointed out. You said that Addison may get lost in the mix here. I don't hate that.
The Detroit defense is a lot healthier than it was a year ago, but Addison is somebody that could easily be a hammer with JJ trying to get the ball to Jet and I think that's what's going to happen, and I think that leaves Addison open.
We'll put Addison on our hammers list today because I like that play a lot. He's also fairly cheap on DraftKings, $5,800 on DraftKings for Jordan Addison. Hard to argue with that kind of value for that kind of upside. And I agree. I think that the Vikings cover this. I think the Lions win the game. Like if you're just playing a money line wager, I think the Lions win this. But 9.5 is a lot of points for a division game. Speaking of a game with a 9.5 point spread, Tennessee Titans are playing the LA Chargers and Madison Beer's boyfriend. So, where are we on the Chargers? Are they back yet? Like, is
I
this
think
feels like a
they're
lot
definitely
too?
back for this game. I mean, if anybody's cheeks, it's the Titans.
Titans are truly cheeks. Is this Kamani Vidal game? Like, is this where we hammer
I like
Vidal?
I like I like Vidal. I really really like that their tight end. If you need a cheap tight end, he's a little bit cheaper.
There are so many cheap tight ends. Tight ends cheap today. It's Kittle and
Yeah.
Kelsey are sub 5. Who's that? Gadsden is
Yep.
50,
Around the Gaston.
is 53 and will probably get decent play. I don't know if I'm all over the wide receivers or the quarterback in this. I feel like this is one of those where in your head you go, this game is going to be like an absolute like air raid, and then it ends up being like a couple of like short field touchdowns against bad turnovers, and then Vidal gets in the end zone. Maybe Gadsden gets in the end zone. I don't know if we're going to see the same kind of production out of the other two big name, your Keenan Allens of the world and your QJs. Just doesn't feel like
I
that.
I like Lad McConkey this game.
That would be great for my fantasy team. It'd be great for my fantasy team. My Patriots are taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Dubs currently pouring whiskey, getting ready for that, which we appreciate. He'll be back next week, but this is a game day for Dubs. Total is 45.5, and the Patriots are 4.5 point favorites. It's been a while since I could say that about New England. 4.5 point favorites. Any
I
leans
like
here?
New England here. I like New England here. There's no Ramondre, right? He's out.
No, Mondre's out.
Yeah.
Which is why
So
everybody's hammering Travion Henderson. But I got to be
right.
honest with you. The the rule of thumb so far has been anybody but Travion, and I'm sure he'll get play, but I just don't know if I'm leaning into that. He's gonna get the ball. Like he's for sure gonna get the ball. I just don't know if he's gonna be the big guy. I'm talking myself into him now. God, he's 4,900 on DraftKings. And Atlanta's cheeks against the run. Ramondre, he fucked him out of his Yahoo league. Sorry, MVT. That's the way she goes, my guy. Danny with
I
another
think
low. Go ahead.
I think this goes over.
I also think it goes over. I don't know where it's going to come from, but it goes over. Like it
Yeah.
absolutely goes over. Danny with another line. Jackson Dart, Taylor, Henderson, Shakir, uh, Robinson, Jamo, Kraft, Odunze, and the Packers. I don't hate that at all. I may actually thieve that for a. I'll put it in a dime. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna play it in the millionaire. I don't hate that at all. The Jackson Dart against the dead 49ers seems to be gaining traction. Let's talk Bears and Bengals. This game has the second highest total after the other, well, I guess the third highest at 51.5, a 2.5 point favorite on the Bears. The The Bengals are a mess right now, but the Bears have been a mess forever. So where are you on this? It feels to me like this is a Bears breakout game where we see like Rome have a good game. We could see Swift have a good game. Like this feels like it's one of those.
Swift
Rome,
is out.
what was that? Swift is out.
Yeah.
Perfect.
This
Good
is
thing
this is a monogamy game.
I don't love that as much. Monoguy is not Monoguy. He's someone else's guy. I still think the Bears win this. I don't know if it's going to be a run game. Caleb might run for his life. I don't think the Bengals have it in them to do this anymore. You were right about T Higgins though. I think that T is kind of the forgotten guy here. It just depends on is Flacco going to hit him or not.
Well, is Flacco going to have time between that offensive line? I don't know how much time he's going to have to dump off the ball, and that's one of the reasons the Jets actually won. I don't think I don't think Caleb is going to be huge, but I think I really like Chickens and I really like Rome. And I just don't see the secondary for the Bengals stopping the Bears at this point.
I don't know if they have anything in them to stop them. It just doesn't seem like they've got anything left in the tank, which is, I mean, it's too bad because I'd love for Joe Burrow to actually get a chance to play some playoff football, but it doesn't seem to be trending that direction.
If
Uh,
Joe Burrow wants to play playoffs, he should actually play the season.
he should consider playing more than 36 minutes of total football. Yes, I agree. Our afternoon slate is interesting. That's the word I'm going to go with. It's like one good game, and two other games are also being played. Um, Jacksonville and the Raiders. Jacksonville is a 2.5 point favorite with the Raiders at 43.5, or with the total at 43.5. Is are the Raiders going to get anything out of this? Like, is this a real? Like, is this real, or is Jacksonville going to finally get after them?
Only thing I see the Raiders doing really well this game is Brock Bowers. Um, Other than that, I think your boy has at least one turnover, and I think the Jags ETN really well.
Starting to get our first inactives. I have Cincinnati's inactives, and that's it. And the one inactive from Philadelphia is Jair Alexander so far. No kidding. What a deal that is, hey? Unbelievable. I don't understand it at
When
all.
when you drop that in the Sportsocracy chat, it made zero sense to me.
I don't get it. I'm not understanding what is happening there at all. It seems very confusing, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So, uh, whatever, whatever you say. Um, I am interested to see what Bowers does because he did he try to come back already, and it gets like he got blown out. Like he didn't make it back, or was he not fully back? He was like trending
I
towards it, and
don't
they're like, no.
I don't think he was fully back. I think he's fully back now.
Fully back Bowers is good. Gino needs that. They need it badly because they're in a hurt kind of way. Now I see why everybody's playing Henderson in their lineups because he is so cheap. It makes a lot of sense. I don't like the Raiders to win anything for the rest of the year. I, I don't. They'll probably get one. They'll probably get one at some point.
It's still Pete Carroll. I think he'll get one or two, but that's it. They're dead. They're DOA.
That team is in rough shape. They're in rough shape right now. That said, I don't know if I would like go out of my way to start Trevor Lawrence, or maybe I should. Maybe it's a Trevor Lawrence day. BTJ back from the dead.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking last night looking at this. This might be a BTJ game.
I don't hate that. Let's build a lineup with BTJ and Lawrence as a stack. Um, we've already mentioned Jacobs as a hammer running back. Um, as a second running back, we're going to go Henderson because he is cheap. We're going to put Bowers at our tight end because he is also all the way back, although there are a couple of extra tight ends there. For defense, let's take the Chargers or the Rams. Your choice. Steelers' choice. Chargers or Rams?
Definitely Chargers.
That was my lean as well. We had talked about Rome being a guy that we were targeting today. We also talked about Jordan Addison as a guy we're targeting today. That leaves us 4,600. We can actually play Monagai. Monagai or Alec Pierce?
I like Monagai.
We'll play Monagai for the sake of it. So that's our lineup. We'll go. That lineup is, just so everybody has it, Lawrence, Travion Henderson, Josh Jacobs, Jordan Addison, Roma Dunze, Brian Thomas Jr., Brock Bowers at tight end, Monagai at running back, Chargers defense. It is mostly 1 o'clock slate guys, but you get a little bit of a mix in there. There's your that's your free lineup of the day. Play it, see what you do with it, see if you want to win. Maybe we get lucky this week. The Saints are playing the Rams. What
Are they
happens
though?
here?
Are the
Well,
Saints actually playing? Are they showing up today?
I don't know. I don't know what to do with this game. I don't know what to do with it at all. The Rams are 13.5 point favorites over the Saints, and the total is set at 45.5. I'm assuming they want the Rams to score all of those.
Yeah. It was 14 yesterday, so a lot of people are taking those points.
Danny wants to know Dart or May.
May.
Yeah, it's May against Atlanta. That's a lot of points. It's a lot of points. I still think the Rams cover. I think it's under though. I think the total's under. I just don't see how they
Yeah.
get. Like, how do you get there? Like, how do you get this 60? First of all, Stafford's 6,300 on DraftKings. Is it a Kyron Williams day? It's the 19th best defense against the run, or 19th
I think
ranked defense.
this is a Puka game.
And Puka's back officially. I don't hate that. I may have to play a quarterback naked line where we just do like all the receivers that we have and just see who's left because it is going to be an interesting one. I don't. There's not. Sorry, it's not a lot of intrigue in that one, but there could be a lot of points here. No CJ West, no Marcus Siegel, no Ricky Pearsall, no Jordan James, no Bryce Huff, no Jake Brendel for the Niners. Chargers are without Will Dissly again still. Mekhi Becton also down. Bears, no Luther Burden today. Just too bad. I actually like him. No Swift, no Roshan Johnson. So it is all Monagai. Texans have no Damian Pierce, who used to be a thing and then he became nothing. For the Vikings, no CJ Ham. The fullback is out. No Tyrion Ingram Dawkins. No Jeff Okuda. The Vikings team is still cheeks. No Jordan Jackson, no Savion Jones, no Marvin Mims, no Pat Surtain for the Broncos, but we are still leaning Broncos. No Taquan Graham, no Zach Harrison, no Michael Jarrell for the Falcons. Nothing here that's like mind blowing. Like there's no like super crazy. I can't believe it. Inactive right now. No Jabril Peppers for the Steelers. No, I mean no Chuck Clark either. I don't know who's playing safety for the Steelers right now. Like who's actually playing safety?
Stock up Tyler Warren.
Yeah, it just it feels like inevitability at this point that Tyler Warren is going to be a thing. I mean, I love Tyler. Tyler Warren's a hammer. I like if you have it, play it. If you don't have it in your lineup, you should have it in your lineup. Because I think he's gonna have a day. Like he's gonna have a day. It feels that way. There's something about that Steelers lineup that is awful right now. It just doesn't feel good. Don't think I'm missing anything. Any other teams you want to know about? Inactives. Mondre's out for the Patriots. We knew that already.
Anything significant for Chiefs Bills?
No, they won't release theirs until later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dudu Duvavi? I don't know. That's a great name, by the way. Welcome in. Start Flacco or Rogers. I'm playing Chase. Where are you at with that? Flacco or Rogers?
I'd have to go Rodgers.
I think you have to go Rogers because I think they're going to be behind and he's going to be throwing the ball. I don't hate the idea of playing Rogers in a DK line, to be honest with you. Like get him, like just put him in. But he doesn't have the same upside as a lot of the other quarterbacks that we have on the list today. Taylor Swift is injured. Case of butthurt from Kelsey Sachs. Yes. Kansas City is playing Buffalo. Everybody is real horny about it, except for me. I don't really care either way. He wants to know if it's a good idea. Sorry, he wants to the follow up to the Rodgers versus Flacco. Do you think it's a good idea to limit Jamar Chase going off for Flacco? I mean, you're not going to limit Chase. Chase will still go off if he's going off, but he's got a tougher matchup in the secondary, like Welch mentioned earlier in the show. This is probably a Higgins game more than it is a Jamar game. Not that you can really hold Jamar down forever, but how much time does he have in the pocket to get things done is the question. Right? Like, isn't that where your head's out with that?
Well, I mean, yes, that's my number one concern is how much time does Flacco have to actually get the balls to Chase? And that's why I like Higgins in the slot because he's going to have shorter routes. But then at the same time, as soon as Chase gets 3 catches, then the Bears are going to double Chase, and that leaves Higgins even more open.
I feel like Higgins is the play. And I don't think you're not limiting Chase. I mean, Chase could still go off. You're just not getting your stack. And don't be afraid to play quarterback naked. Like you don't have to play the stack. Play your studs. I think Rodgers has a better day than Flacco. End of the
And
day, I think.
unlike anything Mina Kimes has to say, the Bears don't do quarters. So
no, I think the Bears have a big day today. I mean, you're talking about a team that lost to the Jets. They gave up all those points to the Jets. Yeah, of course. Appreciate you jumping in. Hoffman has Gibbs, Gadsden, Pittman, Kraft, Kittle, Mungai plus 7,800 touchdown ticket with a ghost leg. With a ghost leg.
I like that a lot.
We can play that. Let's play that. Of course, I don't have DK up here for wagers, just the DFS, which ask me how that makes sense. allowed to play daily fantasy football, but we're not allowed to wager. This is the world we live in, Welch. It's the nonsense. It's absolute bullshit. All right. One more game we got to talk about, which isn't on the main slate at all. It is the absolute night game. Your Seahawks versus the Ghost of the Commanders. If Dubs were here, he would say one thing and one thing only: JSN touchdown. Then everything else is up in the air. How are you feeling about the Hawks tonight against the Commanders?
I am loving the Hawks today. They had their rookie fullback come back, Robbie Oots, so I'm excited to see him in the mix. I think this is going to be an exciting, fun game. I think it'll be interesting to see how the run game goes, especially with Bobby Wagner in the middle of that backfield.
Mm-hmm.
So and then what can the dead and dying Commanders do to the Seahawks secondary? And I don't think there's a whole lot there.
I don't think there's a lot there. I don't think there's a lot at all there. I am firmly on the side of your Sea Chickens today. I think they have a great day today. Big fan of what could happen here. And I am excited to see what happens. Of course, it's not on the main slate, so we don't really talk about it too much. You still got some time. If you got questions, get them in. How are you feeling about? Do you have a DFS lineup you want to play? Is there any fantasy wins that you're looking at? Is there a hammer that we haven't touched on before we wrap and double check and get out of here? A little earlier than I was expecting, but
so he's really cheap, and I used him in a couple mock lineups just to see what it would look like. But I like Jones today.
okay.
I don't know who he's throwing to. He's throwing to a lot of nobodies, but he's been doing that all season long. So
That's all he's doing.
And with the Giants killed on in their secondary, I think he's going to be having a good day.
I'm really interested to see how that all plays out. He obviously Kittle's there, and obviously CMC is there. I would say I don't have a. I think that if you're going to play like a absolute dart throw, a CMC or Kittle line with McCorkle wouldn't be the worst in the world. I think that you could probably do a lot worse than that.
That's what I was doing. I was stacking those three.
It's not a horrible idea. You actually end up with a pretty solid play there. I'm just making sure I have this. So it's Gibbs, Gadsden, yeah, Pittman, yes, Kraft, yes, Kittle, yes, one guy, perfect. I have bonus wagers that I got to use here, so I might as well use them. That's what they're there for. Let's go. Any final thoughts before we get out of here? Go Patriots. Go Hawks. How was your Game 7 experience?
I think the Bills win today. They're at home, and they can defend the run, so that leaves Mahomes scrambling all over the place. I think this is a Bills game. Game 7, it was a weird series. A lot of people went off on that wedged ball, I think, in Game 6.
Yeah.
So that just made it a weird series for me.
I am hurt at the outcome, but I'm happy for the ride. I'm sure after a little bit of time, I'll have more appreciation for it. But Dodgers win. We'll be talking about that on Wednesday for sure. When Dubs is back in the saddle. My one big prognostication for today, I think, if anything, is Bears will win. I think this is a
Bears.
Bears. I don't know why. I think they win. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to jump in the Discord. If you're looking for a link to the Discord, you can find me at Armchair Host on Discord, I think is my official thing. Or you can find me on the socials at Armchair Commentary or at Armchair Comment 2. You can find Mr. Welch also in that Discord. You can also find him on Foursquare Sports, which I don't know the schedule fully, so you'll have to enlighten me. You guys just kind of pop in and out.
Armchair, the first time Monogamy scores, I'm really doing it in my head from Sesame Street. Monogamy.
Dun, 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 dun. See, as someone of my age, I know that reference. I understand that one. Find Welch on Foursquare Sports. Find him in the Discords. I appreciate you jumping in here, man. It's always fun to get you on, and we'll hopefully be seeing you in either Indy or Pittsburgh, one of the two, I'm sure.
Yes.
Hope that I'll be there. East Coast, West Coast. I'll catch you on the next one. Appreciate you, Tal. That's it. That's it for this week. We'll be back Wednesday. Dubs and I will be in here. All your wagers, all of your recaps. May you hit green today. Appreciate you all. We'll see you next. Peace.